Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see the hate coming, I'm looking from afar. I ain't thinking about running, I'm feeling like Jafar. When some treat me like a villain, when they gave me one shot and think that I will make a killing. My story's too revealing, too honest. I am Kellen, better known as in the public social world, the Good Sin. I'm an artist, entertainer. I like to think of myself as a teacher. I like to think of myself as somebody who lives a life to inspire those of others. You know. When I made the move from Seattle to New York, it was basically a life decision. Like, you know, I wanted to pursue my music full time. I wanted to just pursue being a creative person full time, whether it be music or getting into video production. I had traveled pretty much majority of the country when it comes to like major cities. You know, when people think of going to Atlanta to do music, going to LA. You know, Miami, just like lifestyle, kind of kicking it. But when I came to New York, that was like the one place I got to, and I felt like anything could happen. Like you could, you know, meet, you know, the person that's gonna put you in a great position to create. You could be inspired here. You know, you could have a lot of fun if you're young, and so just making the move was a choice for, you know, me wanting to grow as an individual. The things that I've learned so far since being in New York, I mean, it's really like a mental toughness that you have to have when you relocate somewhere after you've lived another place your entire life, because all the little resources that you don't think of that you've like naturally, you know, had over the years, whether it be, you know, knowing where to handle your estate business, if you got to deal with, you know, government stuff, you know, you got to go to the bank, or if you got to go to here or there, like all that kind of stuff, you have to learn from scratch again. You know, where do I go get the best food at? Like literally, grocery store wise, you got to learn that from scratch again. Who sells this? Who sells that? So that's one of the things that, you know, I had to adapt to. You know what I'm saying? Also, financially, it's not that big of a change, but I definitely had a lot more money when I was living in Seattle because I was working a great job in Seattle. But I knew that that was going to happen as a change when I made the move from Seattle to New York. I was uprooting my life where I had great roots into somewhere new to start new. So the biggest experience that I can say I've gotten from there is from making the move was I didn't know how to do that before. Now I do. And if I was to make the move somewhere else, I know how to do that again. You know what I'm saying? And the mental toughness you get through it too. My ideal homecoming, man, I would love to come home, get off the airplane, go and get some teriyaki from Dirty Yaki on 2nd Avenue. You know, I really want to see my parents. You know, thank God my mom's out here right now, but I really want to see my father, my niece and nephews, you know, see my family, you know, see some friends. Like, you know, I would love to just go and, this is some like Cheers type shit, but I would love to go to like, you know, the bar that me and my friends always go to back home and just chill and like be somewhere where somebody walk in and they'll know you. You know, like that's a comforting feeling, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like to be known somewhere, you know, for a particular thing. Like, you know, big fish in a small pond is like Seattle. Like if you do anything of exceptional, you know, exceptional talent in Seattle, you can become a big fish in a small pond, you know what I'm saying? So everybody will know you, or they'll at least recognize you and be able to give you credit for that. And that's a cool feeling. I don't necessarily want to be a big fish in a small pond. I want to be a big fish in a big pond, but it is a cool feeling to go home and be recognized for that, you know what I'm saying? So maybe just go somewhere and somebody's like, oh, I rock with what you do. Or maybe you stepping out and doing your thing has inspired me to step out and do my thing. And that's one of the biggest, you know, things that I like to, you know. My biggest influence is the people I know. So I actually, lately, I mean, this might be why I'm not really inspired by music, but I haven't been listening to music a lot lately. I've been just kind of like living and seeing relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like how people relate to their neighborhood, how people relate to, you know, their government, how people relate to their job, you know, like really taking it in, because I think the dialogue between opposing forces doesn't happen in this country. I feel like everywhere else in the world, there's like a great amount of dialogue that happens, and it's a very honest dialogue. If I'm a Shiite, I might not like this, particular tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're honest about it. It's like I don't like them. Mm-hmm. But in this country, everybody is passive. Mm-hmm. Nobody like says I don't like this person, I don't like that person. So for me, it's just been like watching the relationship between people, and really wanting to like be able to tell a story. Mm-hmm. Sometimes music isn't the best way to do that because people have their bias based on whatever genre of music they might like. Maybe you don't make that genre, so whatever your message is, they're not going to be susceptible to. So